Hey YouTube's Cape Cod. I started tearing down this 2001 Yamaha vstar 1100 Classic. When I got the bike, the guy told me it had been sitting up for about 2 years, that he had shoulder surgeries and that he could no longer ride the bike, and that's why it sat for 2 years. Told me that he had recently drove it up and down, rode it, whatever, the river and stuff like that, and parked the bike. The battery died, and because it's been sitting for so long that probably needed the carburetors cleaned up, that the gas probably wasn't that good. So we tried to start the bike, wanted to hear it, turn over, and the only thing it did is the starter winded. You didn't hear no compression in the motor wasn't turning over. Because it had 6,000 miles and I believe this story, I bought the bike anyways and loaded it up and brought it home. I had put a booster pack on there, trickle charger and stuff like that, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, like a quick start charger, and the bike didn't turn over. So then at that point I pulled the starter off and thought maybe the Bendix, like an automotive starter, wasn't shooting out, that it was just winding. When I pulled the starter out, I discovered that the starter doesn't have a Bendix that shoots out. It has a gear on the end, and that gear goes to another gear that's a starter clutch that goes out on these bikes. Watched some videos on it, did some research, and kind of assumed that's what's going on with the bike, that the starter clutch is no good and that I have to rebuild it and buy new parts and stuff. So I'm tearing it down to do that job, and to tear it down to even look to see if I need that. Now, where the starter comes out, you can see on the back side of the starter clutch, all the teeth are good, there's no wear at all. But that's not the side that wears out. The other side, underneath the stator cover, is what wears out. It's the side that throws, there's a gear, and on that gear is like a spool, and it has a twist on the spool, so when the starter spins the first gear that spins the spool, the twist in it throws out. It throws it out like that and twists the gear that slings out, and it goes against the flywheel. Well, that gear that hits the flywheel, the teeth get knocked off of it. So I have to drain the oil still and set the timing. That's why the timing this cam gear is exposed. I took that cover off to expose the cam gear. I'll drain the oil. I'll open this inspection cap right here that's on the flywheel. I'll see a T for top dead center. I'll turn the crank with a 22mm socket, bring that up to top dead center, make sure that this timing mark is in the correct spot, and then line it all up. This cover will be off. Then I can take off the flywheel and the clutch, starter clutch. I already took off this side, the running board and the linkage. It's marked with a little dot, but I put a little marker dot on it anyways. And I took off this side cover that on the side of the bike. I still have to take off the kickstand, a couple of 14mm bolts, and put a jack. I got a motorcycle jack in the backyard. We got to bring it up to the front, jack up the bike, take this stand off, and so I can take off that side cover. So far, all the Allen keys were in the tool bag that I needed to take the bike apart. The Allen keys were right in this little tool bag from the factory. So that's convenient, because I was looking around. I'm at my buddy's house. He has a nice concrete driveway. I've been hanging out over here for a little while, so I thought it was best to bring the bike over here, hang out at his house, and work on the motorcycle. I didn't bring it to my garage. So I'm using his tools, and it was kind of convenient that the Allen keys were all in there that I need to take off the covers and stuff. So that's where I'm at. I took the tank off. The tank was really easy to take off. Took the hose off the petcock. Unplugged the gauges. And there was 2 bolts under the seat when you took the seat off. You took the seat off with this Allen key. And there was 2 bolts here that lifted up the gas tank. And I unplugged this fuel line and disconnected this. Tank came right off with ease. My tank actually had no gas in it. He said there was bad gas in the tank. It smelt really bad, and I thought there was fuel in there. I took the tank off. There wasn't any fuel inside the gas tank, which is kind of good, because now I know I don't have junk in the tank. I still gotta trying to clean it out. There's no rust deposit. There's nothing in there. He had told me he cleaned the carburetors, and the carburetors look pretty junky to me, and it's getting dark out, so you're not going to be able to see. And I'll resume this video and working on the bike tomorrow. Let's see what we got. So far, I don't know what I need for parts, but if I need to get that clutch, starter clutch, I've seen it on eBay for $95 for an aftermarket set. I'm going to search around and see what else I see. If I see a better kit, I was thinking about buying the Yamaha kit. It's under $300, and I might get the Yamaha kit. I'm not sure. I'm definitely thinking about getting the Yamaha kit though. But Cape Cod Cuda signing out. I just wanted to give you a little update. I know I didn't do a how-to on this because I really didn't think I was going to do it, and I just nicked and picked at the bike, and before I knew it, this is what it looked like. So I'll resume the video probably tomorrow and show you what's going on with it, and we'll take that cover off and see what's going on, see if we see some stripped gears. Cape Cod Cuda signing out. Thanks for watching.